it's Halloween all month on all these different channels. They're showing horror movies every night, especially like ones like AMC, which is funny to think about this. I watched the other day Puppet Master, the first Puppet Master on AMC, which is, you think about AMC stands for American Movie Classics, I think. And then, I don't really think of Puppet Master as American Movie Classic, but I can see where I can appreciate it. I just don't think very many other people do. I hadn't seen Puppet Master in a really long time, and I'm not even sure what sequels I have seen. This is the big DVD collection. This has 7 of the Puppet Master. What you looking at there? This has 7 of the Puppet Master movies in it. There are a few other sequels that come out after this. I know that because I know that there's the Puppet Master versus, I think, Demonic Toys and maybe 1 or 2 other ones. But this is the bulk of the collection, and I know that I've probably only seen like 3 of these. Puppet Master 1 I've seen several times, and then it seems like the sequels just started pouring out after that, and I never really kept up. And occasionally I would just rent one of these randomly with a friend, and it didn't really matter. We just kind of watched them for fun anyway. But I thought this would be really cool to sit down and watch a lot of these, especially around Halloween time. I might like watch Puppet Master 2 or something, Puppet Master 3. But I thought this was a really cool set. I really like this box. I mean, it's a very plain box, like as far as it's just thin cardboard, but it's got a cool design on it, if you can see, on each of these sides, even on the bottom there. I don't know, I like stuff like that. I thought that was cool. The next thing I got is actually a VHS, so this will be sort of a VHS update also, and this is Trilogy of Terror 2. Not that great a condition. The box is a little beat up, but the tape looks nice. This is one of those odd movies that has never made it to DVD, and has kind of a cult status, even though it's not that great of a movie. I mean, it's got its moments. Obviously, the Zuni fetish doll that's featured on the cover is the reason to own this, of course. This is a sequel. Not only is this a sequel to Trilogy of Terror 1, which doesn't really have a continuation of very many of these stories. The Zuni fetish doll, which was the highlight of the first one, this is a sequel to that. So that gives you something to think about. If you like that one, you'll like this one. I do have a couple more things. Hold on for just a second. Let me check something. Sorry about that. I'm back. These are the last 2. I had just started watching this Blu-ray, the Transformers. This is one I mentioned in my last video, so I would talk about. So far, I like it. I mean, some people don't like these movies in general, but I liked the cartoon when I was a kid. And, so far, I think this is funnier, and it's a little easier to follow than the first one. As far as I think the storyline's a little bit more interesting, but it's early in the movie, so. Maybe I'm just being optimistic, and it's kind of sad that I'm commenting on this without even finishing it. But so far, I like it, and I didn't expect to like it. I don't think sequels do very well in my mind very often. So that's a nice plus. But if you haven't seen this and you like Transformers, I think everybody should give it a chance. At least rent it, because if I like it, even thinking I may not, I'm sure a lot of people will like this. It's great. This is the kind of thing to own on Blu-ray too, just because the sound is very crisp, and so is the picture. I really liked watching it surround sound, like with a home theater kind of thing. But yeah, very nice. I like that part of it. The story, we'll see. I don't know how that's going to go. And the last thing, this is one of the things I commented about last time, the Walk of Fire Explosion. I have seen this. I watched this last night. Very good. It's got some really cool stuff in it, and it's kind of like one of those stories where you're just very amazed by certain things in it. The guy that I'm just going to totally blank and not be able to remember his name. The guy that created it, Aaron Fechter. Aaron Fechter, his story is so amazing to me because this guy has been able to move on with his life after everything in the company kind of failed. But the company itself has like frozen in time. It's so amazing. He can take you down to the workshop, and it's like everything that happened on a certain day in 1983 is just there. It's still there, still sitting there. Everything's still, but just deteriorating, but frozen in time. It's very odd. I thought that part of it was very exciting to watch, just because it was very strange. It was weird. And this guy is just, very casual about it. He's like, this is the boardroom where we had to fire, 200 employees or whatever. It's weird, but the stories about some of the other characters in here, like I think it's Chris Thrash is the one that they mentioned the most, but there's a couple other guys. The stories about their childhood and their connections with Showbiz Pizza growing up and things like that stuff's awesome too. So, there's multiple reasons why you might watch this. If you're really into documentaries, this is cool. If you're into showbiz, if you're into vintage stuff, there's all kinds of things in here for different kinds of people. But I thought this was really cool. That's all I've got right now. I will try to do another update pretty soon, because I've got some VHS tapes coming in that I really want to show. Some cool ones that I were able to find. I was able to find on eBay a lot, so it's kind of pick and choose. Like, some are really cool and some are not, but I'm excited about it in general. But yeah, that's it. That's all my updates for now. Thanks for watching.